But yeah, all in all, one of my favourite hotels on the island, the San Jorge. And this is only one of the pools. You got the well, you can get your scooters and your excursions, and they do the scooters here. And do you know what, right? If you're one of those people that are riding around on one of them mobility scooters when you've got nothing wrong with your back and your legs, what is wrong with you, mate? Sorry, I just have to be honest. You see 15, 16-year-olds riding around on them because they look tired or hot. Oh, I've got to get on one. Come on. You might need one of them when you're 60, 70, and you'll regret not walking when you could in beautiful places like this. So yeah, you got that bit in there, and you can walk straight through. And this is the part that we stayed in November 2023 it was. Actually stayed, because I was over the other side there, so stayed up in the corner there. But yeah, great pool, massive area. I mean, you'd be saying that, you never know over here with the sunbed wars, do you? It's people will always manage to fill these seats when they can fill them. But if you're coming off peak, you shouldn't find it too hard. Another situation where, you know, it's a bit grey, it's a bit dark. It's early in the morning, chill out, man. But yeah, all in all, one of my favourite hotels on the island, the San Jorge. And this is only one of the pools. I shouldn't really moan about pools not being heated, because you're in a hot country, you want to cool down. But sometimes good to have a bit of a cold plunge on your body, isn't it? So yeah, I welcome getting in a cold pool, to be honest, when you're over here. Keep you nice and cool, obviously. Yeah, you get your entertainment in there. Food, you can eat, or you can sit out here. A little shop on site. Then you got your restaurant in the corner over there. So, but yeah, lovely place to sit out. Little sun trap. Yeah, like I said, a beautiful bit of architecture. Designed hotel. Got all your stuff in the centre of it. Lovely rooms, well painted, well presented. You see, this is why I come out here at this time, because there's nobody in the pool. There's no kids running around. But yeah, another great pool. And like I said, when it's boiling hot, and if it's not heated, just get in there. Stop being a wimp. Yeah, one of my favourite hotels anyway. Like I've said millions of times. Let's move on. Yeah, you got a good games room in here as well. Look at that. A nice bit of equipment. 2 pool tables, a punch bag with a low score, 956. Supermarket. Yeah, it's that time of the morning where they're all coming out for breakfast. Yeah, just one last little clip. Yeah, my favourite part to stay in the San Jorge as well is this middle bit here. It's away from the outskirts, if you like. So yeah, when I do come to San Jorge, I like to go in this middle bit here. Just chill out, read a book, let the kids play in the pool. It's just a massive area. And always cleaning, always spotless. Yeah, I can't really go in the restaurant because, you know, I haven't paid to be here. So I'll have to leave that one up to you when you book to come. I'll tell you what, all these straps of bags are making me look like I've got a bit of a belly, but I haven't. Well, maybe slight. I have been on the ale. I'm one of those people that I bloat up immediately when I have a pint. So don't be cruel in the comments. I'm a very exercisey kind of person, so get a great coffee in there, to be honest. So yeah, the San Jorge. Let's move up, and I'm going to go up here because I have mentioned it a fair few times. And you know what I'm going to say about these videos, right? Is I don't think I'm anyone special. I don't think of anyone with a name or anything like that. I've told you before, I just enjoy doing it. So when I mention places, right, it's not for me going, oh, I've mentioned that place. I bet they're well happy. I bet they appreciate it. I bet they rely on me to know. Especially this place where I'm going now. This place don't rely on me. I'm just putting it out there to people that might not have been over here before and don't know about the place. And that's the gym. But it's like yesterday. I got off the plane, I had lots of plans, so I'm catching up now, which is why I got up at 5:30 this morning to have a walk round and try and catch up, because I was just knackered. And I ended up, I'm not going to lie, I ended up going to Havana, the British corner. I ended up getting leathered, but it is what it is. There's no going back. See a lot of cats. I'm a cat lover. I didn't think I was until I got my own cat. It's okay. Come on. No. But yeah, there's an accommodation up here that I'm staying at. I'm going to mention it, and I'm going to mention the one that I'm staying at tonight as well. I'm staying at Castillo Beach tonight, which is up the hill, up there. I'm staying at the SMY Tahona. I think that's the way you say it. I always get stuff wrong. Been over here many times. Don't think I've not done my research or anything like that. Right? I'm just getting older. All right. So yeah, I'm staying there tomorrow night. See what that's all about, eh? Yeah, I see online and it's very controversial. People love it or they hate it. It's like Marmite. Yeah, so there she is. Bailey's gym. The best gym on the island. You get a lot of boxes. In fact, in April, I met Johnny Fisher here, just before his Dave Allen fight. If you're into your boxing, you've got Kel Brook, who's trained here, Billy Joe Saunders, many more. There's just a couple of names to be mentioned. But yeah, it's got everything. It's an old school gym. It's got your boxing ring. It's got everything. Welcoming staff. Toilet down below. And have a coffee there if you want. They sell all the pre-workouts, your creatine, whatever you want, water. Get in there, belting tunes. That's if you don't listen to your own music. And yeah, a belting gym. And like I said, you don't need me mentioning places like this. Little old me. I'm just doing a little walk and talk. Yeah, next door to the Bailey's gym. You've got a good couple of places on, in fact, a few good places on here. And I've mentioned this before as well. This has been retiled, this has recently. I ate in the Pickled Palm at Christmas. Belter of a Christmas dinner. And if you want to go in there, especially in busy times, you're better off booking. Saxophone bar, decent. You've got entertainment going on in there at night time. You've got Bobby's restaurant. I think he's also the owner of the saxophone bar. So, like I say, there's other places in this square, and I can't mention absolutely everything because I can't go everywhere. So if there is somewhere that you're looking around here now, mention it in the comments, timestamp it. Because, well, it'll be timestamped. So there's somewhere, I've never been in the Grill and Chill. I've never been in that place over there. I've never been. So, you know, mention it. Have a little review yourself in the comments. I'm actually looking for the car that I hired out yesterday, and I can't find it. Must have had a few too to drink. I can't remember where the bloody hell I put it. Do I even need to mention this place again? Go on then. Go on, I'll have another moan. Why not? Just look at the state of it. Just look at the absolute state this has been left in. And like I said, I feel sorry for people who bought a place on here. Like I said, this is gospel of what people have told me. But just look at it. It's right in the centre as well. It's a shame. Like someone just come and just buy it, knock it down, but you can't because people have bought a place on here. And yeah, they're being stubborn. They ain't moving. I'm not being funny, but if someone offered me enough money, I think I would. But God knows what's going to go on with this place in the future. Unfortunately, it's the eyesore of Caleta de Fuste, unfortunately. Now, I can't be fully certain, but I think that's the car that I hired out. Let's have a look. Ah, yes, we found it. Bloody hell, I was that tired yesterday, I forgot what it was. Well, yeah, that's the car, Auto Rising. I've done a little review on that, prices and getting to the airport, where you can find it, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I always use Auto Rising. It's a decent company. Happy Mondays, cracking little bars, have a pint, a little sun trap. And I've come up here really to just mention this place. I've had my hair cut a few times there. Great guy, great staff. I always get the same guy, and always does a great job. He's not done this hair, so don't judge it off this one. Listen guys, these are all places that I've walked around and been, but I like to do refreshers, and I'm going to tell you now, you know, look out for more, because we're going out in the car tomorrow all day. We're going to go to further out places in my little beast over there. And just do more exploring of other places. But Coco's Kitchen, probably have to book to go in there. Right, so I'm going to get a little bit tasty here, but you know, I'm not normally the kind. I had a comment on one of the Facebook posts about being biased and only covering places that I'm being biased towards. I'm just not like that. I'll just be honest. I started this out for fun, and I'm going to carry on doing it for fun. But there is places that I've not mentioned. One of the main ones I get is the Flower of Scotland. I see you don't mention the famous Flower of Scotland a lot. Yeah, I'm not on here to cause any fuss or anything like that, but I thought I'd give my explanation because I've had a comment. I don't know, some guy said, why haven't you mentioned the most famous place or the most busiest place in Caleta for a beer? And I'll tell you why. It's because I don't come here. Because when I come to Fuerteventura, Caleta de FUSTE, most times I'm with my family, and I don't spend my whole time sitting out in the sun getting hammered. You know, they want to go to the beach and stuff, so it's one of them. Maybe when I come over with the missus, I'll give it a whirl. Same with this place. I mean, the guy who owns it and everything else, proper sound fella, decent guy. I've spoke to him before about places to stay and things like that. And the reason why I don't go in there is because it's a great place for nighttime for the younger or the people who want to be out for a beer late at night. So I totally recommend that place because it stays open till daft o'clock in the morning. If you want to go and have a nice beer, a dance around and be up a bit later, get in there. I just don't go in there because my kids are too young for that time of the night, and we come over for a family holiday. Again, I'll mention the Masala, I'll mention the Step-In, because it's places where we come as a family. I've been into Fado Rock a fair few times, but I've not been the last few years because I've been a lot of times before. The Masala, a great Indian. The Step-In probably turned into one of my favourite places to come and have a drink and have something to eat because it's nice and easy. You know, the food's great, the beer's great, they've got the football on, it's a great location. Staff are unbelievably kind and decent. So yeah, that's why I mention the Step-In a lot, because I've been in there and I can talk about it a bit more. But these places here are obviously places that are well known anyway. I don't need to be saying stuff about these, and the guys know that anyway. But there's the odd comment that comes in, why have you mentioned this, why have you mentioned that? I'm just giving my reasons. I don't go in there because of the times and everything else. It's a bit more for a younger generation, which is a good thing to have over in Caleta de FUSTE, because you don't get a lot of it over here. So that bar there is probably the main one to come. If you want to go for a late one and have a bit of fun and a bit of a boogie and a bit of a laugh with everyone, get in there. I mean, the post did say, I don't need your recognition anyway. I mean, I know you don't, but I'm just giving you my reason because you've had an opinion, you've had a comment on it. So I thought I'd wait till I get over here to have a bit more of a say on it. It's just because I can't be everywhere at once and I do this for fun. I do it for fun and I'll carry on doing it for fun. So yeah, but I will try and have a pint in there later. It's like the Kings there. I might put a B-roll on here. I was in there a few weeks ago and there was a top band, absolutely brilliant. In fact, there was a guy in the crowd who was a good guitarist and a good singer, and he got up and he did some Neil Diamond. I've got some footage, might be a B-roll, you might be seeing it now on the screen if I can find it. But yeah, that place is great. It shuts at, I think, 10, 11 o'clock, and that's enough then, isn't it? You know, home, bed, get up early for some sunshine. There it is. Yeah, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, then just beware. You need to watch other videos because I have covered, you know, the Millennium Bar down there. Why haven't you mentioned the Millennium Bar? Because I'm going to wait for a night time to do that before I go home. So look out for it in another video. I've had bikes from there, never had a problem. Decent price. But I have started using jacks a little bit more because I prefer one of the bikes. But yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll have a little walk down here anyway. Why not, eh? Listen, if you want a decent pizza, right, and you want some decent night entertainment, then come down here, right? It's a perfect little spot. Get some good entertainment. You've got the likes of Katie Gillies, Neil, I think it's Neil Martin. Excuse me if I'm wrong on that, but I do watch him a lot and I think he's great, great voice. You can have a pool, massive. The box for the pizza I think is bigger than the table. And obviously I've said before, it's not a square pizza, it's round in a square box. So just a quick little mention of this place in here, to be honest, because it's, there's the Flower of Scotland there, you can get in, go up there. Like I said, I've never been in, so I can't have a full opinion of it, but from what I've seen and what I've heard and pictures and what I see and hear from people around here, I've spoke to people and said, oh, it's a great night in there. So there you go, that's all you need to know. But yeah, I don't ever mean to do any harm. I had a pint in there yesterday. In fact, I had a few in there, and that's where I got burned yesterday. Yeah, I'll tell you something. I'm never on vlogging or, just take my keys out of my pocket, a bit noisy. I'm never on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that to make people unhappy or to cause hassle or to cause arguments. I'm not on here for that. I'm just on here vlogging, doing a bit of travelling and talking about it. That's all I'm on here for. If people enjoy watching it, then great. If they don't, then it is what it is. Who cares? Now, I've eaten in there, and it was a great restaurant. My mum and everyone else had a great meal, but I had a fish dish and I shouldn't have ordered it. So I do need to try another meal in there. As you can see, cleaning up first thing in the morning. But we will talk a little bit more about people leaving flag stumps and beer cans and rubbish in the nice areas, and even in the further out places. Just don't do it. Just stop doing it. You wouldn't do that in your own house, would you? Or around your own street, you know, just flicking fags on the floor or throwing cans, you know, these monster cans that you see everywhere, packs of crisps. If you're finished eating something you're eating, don't leave it for someone else to pick up, right? Just pick it up yourself, because these guys over here, right, yeah, he's getting paid to do his job there, stuff like that. But you don't need to be doing stuff that he shouldn't be doing, because everybody, right, in my opinion, in the bloody world, should be picking up their own rubbish. Simple as that. Don't be a lazy bucker. Yeah, I went into the bar cellar yesterday for a little walk around, and the security guard got straight onto me and booted me out. I wasn't being horrible and he wasn't being horrible. It wasn't like that. In any situation like that, it's better to be nice. I just tried my luck. You know, he's doing his job, and I've got to respect that. As soon as someone tells me to get out of somewhere, or you can't film in here, or what are you doing this for? All right, mate, chill out. I'll leave, because yeah, it's right. I've not paid to be in anywhere. I shouldn't be in there. But it's the odd walk around. If I can be a cheeky booker every now and then and get a little quick look in, I will. So I might try it again when it's a bit busier. The Net Cafe, a great little place to have a beer at the start of a night. For me, love it in there. Good beer. I think they do dry roasted peanuts in there as well, which is quite hard to find around here. Goose and firkin, the famous goose and firkin. If you had a few the night before, get in here for the brekkie. And also, I'll show you the menu now, but they do good evening meals as well, and dinners and stuff like that. So yeah, there's your full English breakfast menu. A lot cheaper than Liverpool Airport, put it that way. Look at that. Full all day, you get the all day €5, bargain breakfast £3.99. Absolutely mental. I paid 21 quid for a breakfast in Liverpool Airport yesterday. But yeah, you got other stuff. I'm doing the British side because I'm British, and I probably get a lot more British viewers. But yeah, get down the goose. Get down the goose. Pizzas, $9.95 for a big pizza. Decent place. I love the goose. Absolutely love the goose. I'll tell you something. It looks all right in here. Being a right cheeky booker. How long before I get kicked out? Look at that for a pool. Oh, stunnio. See, I like to come out when there's not many people on the beds and film people sunbathing, you know. But that's a gorgeous pool. Hola! You okay? A happy booker. A happy booker.